Sunny greeting from Greece. My name is Tatiana and we are in Thessaloniki, in the second capital of Greece, in the cultural capital, in the city known as the Bride of the North, the city where you can have a really great time even if you came only for one day. So what can be done in Thessaloniki with 50 euros? We will learn today. First of all, we need to have a breakfast. And what do all self-respecting Greeks have for their breakfast? Coffee and koulouri, of course. Thank you very much. This pretzel with sesame seeds costs only 50 cents, and we are going for a sea walk, and on the board of the ship we'll get coffee for our breakfast. Here it is, Dolce Vita Greek style, sea breeze, the sea, music, a ship and breakfast on the board, Freddo espresso and the very same koulouri. There are a few such ships in pirate style at the seafront of Thessaloniki. They have their schedule changing each other, so you'll be always on time. Have in mind that they are waiting few minutes and leave a bit later than it is written. This sea walk is absolutely free, you just need to get something to drink. For example, this coffee costs 5 euros. The duration of the walk is half an hour.
How much does it cost? Hello?
It's 10 euros for the whole day.
And until what time does it work?
The last bus leaves from here at 10 minutes past 8 in the evening.
And for children, how much?
It's 5 euros. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
When you buy a ticket, you receive such a pair of one-off headphones. Next to every seat is an audio guide with 10 languages available. Our first stop is next to the famous archaeological museum. After there are 8 more stops. You can get off the bus at any stop, have a 30-40 minutes walk, then get into the next bus and go further. And this way you can travel the whole day. I think it's a great perspective. For 10 euros, get the idea of the old Thessaloniki. Let's go for a walk. Anopoli literally means the upper town, and this was a place where Thessaloniki had started 2,300 years ago. Of course, the view from here to the whole city is simply fantastic. It was a quite interesting sightseeing tour. I learned many new things, and because it is an afternoon already and the weather is hot, let's go there to the White Tower Museum. It's a chilly here and very interesting as well. We are inside the White Tower. In the past it used to be the watchtower when the city wall went down to the sea. And now it is a museum of the city. The atmosphere is very authentic. Every corner here has a room where different historical period of the city is presented, from ancient time until nowadays. We found out that the audio guides are available in different languages. These tables have numbers, you need just to choose the right one, and a pleasant voice will tell you about all the beautiful sights you see in front of you. We are at Aristotle Square. Not only that this is the biggest square in the whole Balkan area and even in Europe, it stretches far away the direction, but you can also feed pigeons here. We need to pay old lady €1 for the pigeons' food, because for some reason they don't want to eat koulouri. And here he is, great man of the ancient Greece. He gave his name to the square, and here is another adventure you can try to rub the Aristotle toe. Many students come to do this because they believe that the more intensively they do it, the more successfully they pass their exams. Don't let me down, give me brains, Aristotle. Aristotle Square is the grand part of the city. It was built 100 years ago after the fire that destroyed a third of the city. The reconstruction plan was made by French architect. So if the whole plan was embodied, all the city center of Thessaloniki would have looked like Aristotle Square. But Greeks didn't finish some things a bit at the time, and so now when we turned from the square, we got into tangled streets of a different kind. Real grapes, eatable, just not easy to reach. And also here in the Aristotle Square is the old market that celebrates 100th anniversary this year. Obviously, it has been existing much longer. Greeks generally prefer to get food from the market. It's more fresh and tasty. Just have a look at this variety of the olives. Can you find anything like this in some shop? So I strongly recommend to buy olives only in the Greek market. This is my favorite olive type from Thessaloniki. They're so delicious, a bit sour and refreshing. And by the way, eating 2-3 of these could be enough instead of having lunch. The Roman agora, meaning market. 2000 years ago, life was boiling here, and now we can see the pieces that remained from former luxury and greatness. The Roman Forum is located on the top of the Aristotle Square, at its end. And if you turn to the left, there will be a very interesting place called Flea Market, Old Market. Here old stuff is sold, including LPs, and not only with Greek music, but from all over the world. You can really find some rare editions here. Oh, idols, I know these guys. I was told that this is almost new, 15 euros. If I had a budget, I would take it and send to my grandma as a gift from Greece. And finally we got to the Thessaloniki street. It is probably the main commercial artery of the city. Many shops and boutiques with clothes, jewelry, watches, perfumes and many other interesting things. So lovers of shopping will find this street very attractive and fascinating. To have lunch better at La Dadica. This area is located at the very beginning of Thessaloniki Street, next to the port. You will be surprised with the diverse and rich choice of places here. And by the way, the prices are quite low. For example, pasta or rice with a 6.5 euros. The population of Thessaloniki is more than 1 million people. Sometimes it looks like at least 50% are young people. It is a student city with a big number of universities, colleges and so on. And very likely the most popular place among young people is the port area. In one part of it, people can relax, sit, visit museums, and in other part, cargo and passenger ships arrive. Such an conglomeration. And now we are going to the Cinema Museum. You may ask, why Museum of Cinema? First, it's a very interesting place to hide from heat. It has air conditions and quite chilly temperature. Second, it has interesting exposition dedicated to the Greek cinema. And thirdly, there is the library with many books in different languages about films, of course. And in the end of the day, if you still have energy and enthusiasm, I suggest you have a walk on the seafront until the Macedonia Palace Hotel and find a bicycle renting center, Bike It. I got this wooden bike from there. To be honest, I had never ride a wooden bike, and especially in skirt. But why not? The day is ending, and that is the time to try even such things. This interesting and busy day comes to an end. I kept within the budget and spent exactly 50 euros. I hope that with this money and time I had, I managed to show you the most interesting places of Thessaloniki, one of the most multifaceted cities in Greece. I came to watch the sunset to the seafront, to symbol of the city, these umbrellas, and recommend you do the same. Let's add a romantic note to this wonderful day.